Hi, today's job search tip of the day is to cold call employers. And I know you're probably groaning right now. Most of my clients do the same. And I know it's difficult, but it can be one of the more important things that you take the time to do in your job search. It's something that a lot of other job seekers are not doing. And it can really give you an edge up on the other job seekers. So if you're looking for an edge and looking to get that job that maybe isn't advertised or that hasn't been advertised in a way that you've seen, then cold calling is something you should definitely do. I do recommend that you take a portion of each week to do some cold calling for a number of reasons. One of the main reasons that you want to cold call employers is to obtain information, just pure and simple. You can often find out about unadvertised openings by cold calling employers. You may want to find out the hiring person's name and preferred method of contact through cold calling. You can find out a little bit about the hiring practices in general at that company. Sometimes you can get industry related information through cold calling. A lot of times you can find out about community activities that the company's involved with that you might also get involved with in order to network your way into a company that you'd like to work for. And also, you might just use cold calling to develop a relationship with someone at the company. If you can get through to someone and get their ear a little bit, you may be able to develop a relationship with them. You may even go so far as to try and find a mentor at a company that you want to work with or a company in the industry that you want to work within. Either way, and really, I can't say enough how much cold calling can really help you hone your communication skills and give you self confidence to interact with people when you're at home doing your job search all day long. Often, the only people you come into contact with are your loved ones, your friends, and your family. They already know you. You don't have to fill in the blanks. You don't have to explain to them what a hard worker you are, how ethical you are, how much you know about marketing and sales, etc. So you're not really used to kind of selling yourself. If you can get comfortable talking with employers on the telephone that you're just calling out of the blue, you're going to be able to handle those calls from employers real well, and you're going to be able to handle unexpected contact with employers in person as you come across them or meet them in public or in networking events. So really, it's going to behoove you to take the time to cold call employers as part of your job search routine, and it really will make it worth your while. And you may be wondering, how exactly do you approach cold calling? Well, it's not very hard, really. What you want to do is start with a list of employers that you would like to contact, either a list of employers for whom you would like to work or employers within an industry that you would like to work. The next thing you want to do is to generate a script or at least a goal for each of the employers, and you may have different goals for different employers. I do recommend writing out a script. I think it's worth the extra time to do that. You'll just come across a little bit more smoothly, and it'll help defray the jitters a little bit when you first get started cold calling. So you might want to take the time to do that. Then you want to go back and fill in the contact information as much as you can for each employer. It may be as simple as a phone number or an address or a fax number, email address, whatever you have. I do recommend verbal interaction though. It's real easy to delete an email. It's not so easy to delete someone on the phone or in front of you across the desk. So keep that in mind as you're planning out your cold calling research. You want to get as much information as you can about the companies and determine is it someplace that you would like to work, and get a little feel for who they are and what they do before you actually contact them. A lot of times cold calls will end up in impromptu interviews, sometimes right over the phone when you make the call. Maybe not the first time. Sometimes though, so you want to be prepared and know a little bit about the company before you do call them. Plan a chunk of time when you're going to make these calls. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get right in the right mindset, and you have to be real up and real positive, and you have to smile because employers can hear that smile on the phone. So I do recommend that you plan to do it in the morning. That's usually the best time for people before they get worn down by the events of the day, and still have some energy left, maybe a little bit after breakfast. And just set aside that block of time. You'll get into the groove and you'll feel more comfortable and confident as you make a few calls. So there you go. Cold calling is the tip of the day. I hope it helps you in your job search. I look forward to hearing that you got the job. Take care, and I'll